Somewhere, in an inbox far, far away, your message is gasping for attention, buried between a pizza coupon and a cat GIF from 2017. Today, we're saving the world one subject line at a time, whether you're asking for a raise following up on a ghosted message, or just trying not to sound like a corporate robot with a caffeine addiction. Today, I am going to show you how to craft emails people actually want to read, and maybe even reply to. Imagine that. I'll be back right after this short intro, but while you're here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And hey, smash that bell icon so you never miss a moment. Crafting effective email subject lines is crucial for getting your message opened and read. When done well, a great subject line can make the difference between your message being opened and acted upon or ignored and sent to the trash. Here are some tips to help you craft better subject lines. Provide context for your topic with background. Information. A good subject line should give the recipient an idea of what the email is about before they even open it. This is especially important if you are writing about a complex topic or one that the recipient may not be familiar with. For example, if you were writing an email to a potential investor about a new type of battery technology, you might start the subject line with "Next generation battery breakthrough could revolutionize electric vehicles," or "Breakthrough in solid-state battery technology." By providing this context, you will help the recipient understand why the email is important and why they should take the time to read it. Highlight key studies to establish the importance of your research. If your work has been published in a peer-reviewed journal, be sure to include the name of the journal in the subject line. This helps to establish the credibility of your work and shows that it has been vetted by other experts in the field. You should also highlight any key findings from your study that are particularly interesting or important. For example, if you've discovered a new material that could be used to improve the performance of electric vehicles, you might include that in the subject line. Summarize existing literature to identify gaps in knowledge. A good subject line should also summarize the main points of the email and tell the recipient what they can expect to learn. For example, if you're writing an email to update your contacts on recent developments in the field, you might use a subject line like "Recent advances in solid-state battery research" or "Key developments in all solid-state battery technology." By providing this information up front, you'll help the recipient better understand the purpose of the email and encourage them to read it. Clarify definitions to enhance understanding of your subject. If there are any technical terms or jargon in your subject line, be sure to define them so that the recipient understands what they mean. This is especially important if you are writing to someone who may not be familiar with your industry or area of expertise. For example, if you're writing about lithium-ion batteries, you might want to include a definition of what that technology is. Ensure background information supports your main arguments effectively. Finally, the background information in your subject line should be relevant and concise. You don't want to bog down your reader with too much detail, but you do want to provide enough context for them to understand your main arguments. To achieve this balance, use strong verbs and specific nouns to convey your meaning clearly and succinctly. For example, instead of saying "We have developed a new type of battery," try "Novel battery breakthrough." Now let's talk about how to get your emails opened. It's no secret that crafting the perfect subject line can be tricky. Too long and it gets cut off. Too vague and it doesn't grab attention. But fear not, we've got some tips to help you write the perfect subject line every time. Craft concise subject lines when it comes to writing. Subject lines, brevity is the key. Keep it short and sweet with a maximum of 60 characters. That way you won't get cut off in the inbox and your message will stand out from the crowd. Plus, it'll help your email land in the primary tab instead of the promotions tab. So don't beat around the bush. Get straight to the point and craft a concise subject line that does the trick. Be specific about your needs. When reaching out to someone via email, it's important to be specific about what you need so that they can address your request properly. This saves both you and the recipient time and sets clear expectations from the outset. For example, instead of sending a generic email asking for information, be specific about what information you're looking for and any relevant deadlines. By being specific, you increase the likelihood of getting a timely and helpful response. Set a timeline for responses to manage expectations. When you're reaching out to someone via email, it's important to set a timeline for a response. This helps manage expectations and ensures that you don't come across as pushy or impatient. When setting a deadline, consider the recipient's time zone and any potential language barriers. It's also important to be flexible and understanding if the recipient is unable to meet the deadline. Overall, setting a timeline for a response is a simple yet effective way to ensure clear and timely communication via email. Use clear language to eliminate unnecessary details. When writing an email, it's important to use clear and concise language to avoid confusion and save time. This means avoiding jargon, slang, and overly complex sentence structures. Instead, use simple and straightforward language that is easy to understand. Additionally, it is important to be mindful of the recipient's perspective and avoid assuming that they have the same level of knowledge as you. By using clear and concise language, you can ensure that your message is received and acted upon quickly and efficiently. Follow up politely if you don't receive a response. Following up is an important part of communication, and it is especially important when you do receive a response to your initial email. When following up, it's important to be polite and professional. Start by politely acknowledging that you haven't heard back and ask if the recipient has had a chance to review your previous email. If there's an urgent matter, be sure to mention that. It is also important to be patient and understanding, as the recipient may be busy or have other priorities. Ultimately, following up is a critical skill for effective communication and can help ensure that your message is received and acted upon. Attach relevant documents to support your request. Attaching relevant documents to your email is a great way to provide additional information and support your request. Whether you're applying for a job, sending a proposal, or asking for feedback, attaching relevant documents can help your recipient better understand your request and make it easier for them to take action. When attaching documents, it's important to choose files that are relevant and up to date. You should also ensure that the documents are formatted correctly and are easy to read. Additionally, it is a good idea to provide a brief description of each document so that the recipient knows exactly what they are getting. Finally, be sure to proofread your email before sending it to ensure that the tone is professional and courteous. By following these tips, you can craft effective subject lines that will help get your emails opened and read. Remember to provide context, highlight key studies, summarize existing literature, clarify definitions, and ensure that your background information supports your main arguments. And don't forget to keep it concise. Be specific, set a timeline, use clear language, follow up, and attach documents. Good luck and happy emailing. And that's a wrap on writing emails that don't end up in the trash or the twilight zone. If this helped you out, even just a little, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share it with someone whose emails need saving. And hey, don't forget to smash that bell icon so you're first in line for more tips, tricks, and occasionally questionable jokes.